AFR On Demand is brought to you by Breck Golf. Try Beaver Creek today, just 20 minutes from downtown Baton Rouge in the Zachary area. They've got a PGA Tour driving range, a short game practice area, 30 to 40-yard practice shots. It's a great place to chip and putt and practice if you don't have time for a full round. Book your tee time today, golf.breck.org, golf.breck.org.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Raising Cane studio.
Let's rock! You can't handle the
Riot Radio Hour.
Let's do that again.
Guess who's back again?
I want some more.
The Riot Radio Hour.
Well, let's start the insanity. Giddy up.
With Matt Moscona and Ryan Theriot. Presented by the Spine Center of Louisiana.
Let me find out your way and spank the hide your gut.
Hour 3, off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. I'm Matt.
This is Shaq O'Neal, and I hate Matt.
Paul O'Neal.
They're chanting Paul O'Neal's name.
Hey! And Theriot. We're here. Glad you are as well. Get out there and make it a good one. Yeah, bro. What happening? Baseball happening right now. Get you updated on some of the scores. Washington State has beaten Oregon State there in the Eugene Regional. Nebraska's up on South Dakota State right now 2-0. The big thing that's brewing Aggies, last check, we're down 5-0 against Will Davis's Lamar Cardinals. Southland got 5 teams. Sunbelt got 5 teams in the field. It's 5-3 right now through 6. So see if Lamar can hang on and pull the upset over the Aggies. Look, y'all know me. I ain't a cheer for the conference guy. I don't want to see A&M, Florida, Georgia, Ole Miss. I don't need any. Well, I don't want any of these teams. Bama, Auburn. I want them all to lose. I'd rather see Lamar go win the national championship than any team from the SEC.
That's right.
Ain't nobody need bragging rights. Nobody needs to hang a banner. Don't need anybody flexing.
So who you pulling for? You pulling for Lamar?
Nobody.
UL?
For anybody.
I
always like to see the Louisiana schools.
I'm cheering for UL. Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, sure. Mm-hmm. I like to see. You going for Louisville?
University of Louisiana at Lafayette.
Oh, ULL.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, hell yeah, man. I love to see Louisiana schools do well. So, yeah, of course I will, man.
We got any other ones in?
No.
Tulane in?
Tulane was not very good this year.
So no Southeastern, no Tech?
Southeastern got upset in their conference tournament.
So it's just the Cajuns.
See.
Man. Just don't dye your hair, boys. If any of y'all are listening, which I'm sure you guys are. Game time's in an hour. I'm sure the team's listening to this. Last time the Cajuns were there, they dyed their hair. It didn't work out good for them in Omaha.
I fundamentally disagree. They went on a great run, got to Omaha, pulled an upset in Omaha.
Dyed their hair.
They dyed their hair before they got there.
I know, but it just never works, man.
But it did work. It got them to Omaha.
No, it didn't.
Were they ever there before, and have they been there since?
And did they dye their hair since? That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that.
I learned something today, that none of your children were born in Louisiana. We're in the top of the hour break there and was talking about my trip to Arizona.
They weren't.
And we're talking about it because Theriot played a lot of spring training in Arizona. Mm-hmm. And when you're riding around, so I've been to Arizona before. It's the first extended time that I've spent in that area. Phoenix, Scottsdale.
Did you like it?
Phoenix downtown sucks.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why is you realize Arizona as a state is only 100 years old. Like Arizona became a state in 1912. So it's a little more than 100 years old. There's just not like a lot. Last year we did this trip, me, my brother-in-law, and my nephew, went to Boston. And we did all of the historic sites, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, you even think about Louisiana. you go to New Orleans or parts of Louisiana, even though, the Louisiana Purchase was early 1800s, Louisiana has been settled for 400 years. So there is a lot of history and historical places in the state. You just don't have a lot of that there, which is fine. But the downtown, there's just not a lot to see, I guess is the point. So the first couple of days we stayed downtown because we went to the ball game to see Diamondbacks played the Rockies. How about, dude, by the way, Marte and Carroll with the Diamondbacks, the studs who nobody knows who they are.
Fun to watch.
Nobody knows who they are.
I mean, look, I love Carroll. Love Carroll.
And was it Kettle Marte?
Yeah.
He hit a monster homer in that game. Those two dudes are awesome.
They are.
I mean, like the only name you would have recognized, that a casual baseball fan would have recognized was Nolan Arenado.
Arenado, yeah.
Who's
doing okay.
He's doing okay. I mean, he's at the end of his career. He might be a Hall of Famer, but that's the only name that anybody really would have recognized. But still, it was fun. It was fun to watch. Go to the ball game. Nice ballpark. Just kind of sterile. Honestly, if you'd blindfolded me, dropped me down the concourse, taken off the blindfold, and where are you? I'd have said Houston. It's amazing.
Okay.
The design of the park is almost identical to Houston.
Yeah.
I don't know if you felt that when you played there, but they are, from a fan perspective, like dimensions, sight lines, concourse, amenities. It was like it looked almost identical to Houston. So, but anyway, you checked the box, went to the ballpark, and then we went up to Scottsdale for a couple days, played golf at TPC TPC Scottsdale, which is great. That's where they have the Waste Management Open. Beautiful course. We played with a guy who I'll say his name. Jason McGee is his name. He's a golf pro who's from Franklinton. Was the golf pro at Pelican Point. Was living in New Orleans. Was the golf pro at Pelican Point when Katrina hit. Well, there was like an all call out in that community. Like it wasn't so many. Like were there any displaced golf pros? So his home flooded in New Orleans, so he didn't have anywhere to go. So he went to Scottsdale, got a job, planned to stay for a year, and never left.
Wow.
So he's been a golf pro in Arizona for the last 20 years. Friend of a friend, we connected. So he played with us. He was our fourth in our foursome on Monday there at TPC. He's played the course 100. I think he said he's played the course 400 times. He plays golf every day of his life, obviously as a golf pro. But we had a great time, man, and it was really cool to kind of have. It was almost like having a tour guide on the course. Someone who's played the course so much, who's played tour events there, has been to the Waste Management Open a bajillion times. And anyway, we had a great time. But Scottsdale we were talking about, because you said Macy was born there.
Mm-hmm.
So
Chandler Regional. That's where she was born.
In Chandler, Arizona. Okay.
Yep.
People mess this up all the time. So you are literally a native of the place you were born. It's not where you grow up. It's not your hometown. You are a native of wherever you were born. So I was born at Lakeside Hospital in Metairie. I am a Metairie, Louisiana native.
Yeah, shout out.
Right?
Yeah. Good.
So you said Macy was born in Chandler, Arizona.
Yep.
Georgia was born in Chicago.
Yep. Georgia's a Chicago native.
In Chicago or a suburb?
She was born at Northwestern. So.
Oh, she's born at Northwestern in Chicago. Wow.
Yeah.
What's her birthday?
So Georgia is July 15th.
During the season. July 15th.
Yes.
Boy, July birthdays, bro. I'm the 8th. Drew's the 18th. Erica's the 30th. We have like 8. We have like 8 July birthdays in our family.
In your family.
It's the most. It's the month of the year where I make the least amount of money because it's the summer and it's just whatever. It's not like football season when there's so much going on. I make the least amount and spend the most because it's vacation.
Right.
It's vacations and there's a birthday every other day.
Yep.
So it's like. July sucks.
Yeah.
July sucks. But I love the summer. Yeah. So Georgia was born is a Chicago native. Mm-hmm. Macy is a Chandler, Arizona native. Yep. And you said Houston was born in Tennessee?
Jackson, Tennessee.
They have like just a regional hospital?
Little bitty, yep. Houston was born in Jackson, Tennessee. Little bitty hospital he was, man.
I mean, that is so wild, dude. None of your kids are born here. Drew's a Houston. My son's a Houston native.
Drew's a Houston.
Yeah, I mean we went to Texas Children's when he was born. When he had all those issues, so he was born at TCH at Texas Children's. So, how about that?
That's funny. Yeah.
Hopefully this is a good lesson for people to learn about being a native. Because people say, like people misuse native all the time. Like you're a native of the place you are born. That's it.
Let me ask you a question. We haven't talked about this because you were pretty concerned about the back holding up. How are we feeling? How so far so good?
Man.
Okay.
I mean, listen. So I don't want to bore people with this, but I've had chronic back pain for years, and so I started to think I hadn't played a round of golf in about 3 years. Mm-hmm. I think it'd been we played 9 holes on Christmas Eve like 3 years ago at Santa Maria. I think this is the last time I played even 9 holes. Because rotation, I slipped discs, and it's a bad thing, so I just haven't played. But we're going on this trip, and I really wanted to play. I mean, it's a PGA course, and so I went and saw Crystal Poche, who I've talked about for years, Restored Motions. If you have pain, like shout out, 10 out of 10, full endorsement, book a session. You've seen Crystal.
Oh, she's amazing.
So restoredmotions.com is her website. Just book a session. Just trust me. And so I went and saw. I booked her like every Friday for like 6 weeks leading up to the round. And she was like, all right, look, swing on Thursdays. Like get a club and swing. I don't overdo it, but just swing. So then I could see how your body shifts, and then we'll kind of put you back in place and tell you how to, figure and all. And man, I made it. I made it through. Now, the next day, I was sore as hell because
back was sore or just body?
My whole body
okay, good.
sore.
Yeah.
I mean, back, but like, dude, my lats. I mean, just when you haven't done that motion.
How many holes did you play?
We played 18.
Oh.
And I played. I didn't scramble. So James and my nephew and my brother-in-law scrambled. And then Jason McGee, the pro, wanted to play his shots, and so I was riding with Jason, so I played my shot. So, and that's bro. I hadn't played a round of golf in 3 years. Now, I'd been to the range and I'd hit a little bit, and that is it's a freaking really hard course, dude.
Yeah.
So, needless to say, your boy was swinging a bit.
Yeah.
So the next day, bro, I was, really sore. But that's nothing that Advil couldn't knock out.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome, man.
So BPC 157 and Crystal Poche, I would say, got me through that round.
That's awesome.
So shout out, dude, Goodwood. I tell you all the time, like when we talk about peptides, I take peptides. I think they're amazing. Mm-hmm. And BPC 157, it helps with like tissue repair, recovery. I'm telling you, like I've been injecting BPC 157 in my back for probably a year now, and it's been remarkable just how much better I feel. How I've avoided slipping discs and bad injuries. But what I started doing, man, is like one of my swings. I've had shoulder issues from baseball, younger, whatever, and I really hurt something in my shoulder. Like it's been really sore. I probably have like just lots of scar tissue in there, just shredded. So I've been injecting my shoulder this week. So kind of get that thing back and rolling. But yeah, I feel good, man. Feel good. I'd love to go play again, man. I think I'll be able to. That gives me the confidence to know I can go.
You can go play.
I can go make it through a round. I got to be careful, right? I can't be careless and reckless, but I can make it through a round, which is really cool because I love to play, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah. All right, it's after further review. We're glad you're with us. We're brought to you by Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry, lmfj.com, lmfj.com. For Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry, weekend's upon us. Maybe you're starting to do some shopping. Maybe you're like me and you got a busy, expensive month coming up in July with all these birthdays. Or maybe you're thinking of popping the question, hey, look, there's something for every occasion over at Lee Michaels. Beautiful diamond engagement rings. Maybe it's a necklace, a watch, a bracelet, pendant earrings, gorgeous timeless pearls. They've got everything over at Lee Michaels. So shop them online at lmfj.com, lmfj.com, Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry, or walk into any of their locations. Baton Rouge, Lafayette, New Orleans, Shreveport, and online at lmfj.com for Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. Thrill her with a gift in the red box from Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. All right, it's after further review. Baseball is going on, although LSU's not playing. We do have the updated MLB draft top 200 from MLB Pipeline, and there's a few LSU players on it. There are a lot of LSU signings.
No, don't say that.
A lot, bro.
Don't say that.
I mean, a lot.
I mean, is it like a numbers game, though? Like we could say, okay, let's just get as many as we can and we'll get some? That's what I think.
We'll go through it. Don't you move it, Savar.
After further review.
Brought by the Watermark and the Renaissance. Watermark downtown, Renaissance Southtown. Renaissance Baton Rouge, right there on Blue Bonnet, sprawling, gorgeous hotel. Hey, listen, football season is going to be here before you know it. So it's probably time to start getting some reservations if you're coming in from out of town. If you're an LSU fan, you live out of town, you're coming in for a home game, where are you going to stay? Book your hotel at Renaissance Baton Rouge. It's on Bluebonnet, right near the interstate, easy access to campus via I-10, and the hotel's gorgeous. I mean, beautiful, spacious guest rooms and all the amenities. Pool, workout facility, Tallulah, the restaurant, right there in the lobby of Renaissance Baton Rouge. Awesome indoor-outdoor flow with the bar. If you need meeting rooms, for business meetings, whatever it may be, Renaissance Baton Rouge has all of it. So make sure you book your room today at Renaissance Baton Rouge for this fall for those home games. It's Renaissance Baton Rouge.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. The Riot Radio Hour with Matt Moscona and Ryan Theriot, presented by the Spine Center of Louisiana.
All right, the MLB Pipeline Top 200 is out. MLB.com's ranking the top 200 prospects for this upcoming draft. 3 LSU players on it and 13 LSU signees are on it. Let's go through this. I want to get your thoughts on what they should do. Let's go through this. I want to get your thoughts on what they should do.
Okay, I'm trying.
Let's go through this.
I'm pulling it up.
No, let's go. I'll tell you.
I want to see it.
Where's your laptop?
I didn't bring it today.
Or your tablet?
Okay, I'm ready. Wait. Okay, yep, I'm ready.
All right. Derek Theriot is 12th on the list.
Okay. Derek Theriot is 12th on the list. Yes, he is. I see it right here. Okay, I believe you. That means he's not going to be a Tiger next year.
He sat in the chair you're sitting in right now 48 hours ago and said he hasn't made up his mind. He actually used the term, it sucks. That, he's like, I missed the deadline by a month. Normally people say, I missed the deadline, meaning they're not able to go.
I made it by a month.
Yeah. He's saying he missed the deadline, so he is draft. He's basically saying he didn't want to be draft eligible. So I think there's some pull here for him to stay. But if he's the 12th pick, the slot value for the 12th pick, that's the Angels, it's $5.8 million. Yeah. If he's a top 15 pick, bro, I will kick him out of Baton Rouge.
I know.
I'm going to go find him, and I'm going to lock him out of his house and be like, leave. Bye.
Yeah, I mean, you saw it. You've seen it before with pitchers. I mean, I've seen it a few times with
high school guys, not college guys.
Yeah, it's man, you almost got. I hate to say that, but you almost have to go. It is not. I mean, okay, so let's say he moved up to 6, where the top
6
high
is
school outfielder on this list.
6 is $7.7 million slot value.
Yeah, he's got to go.
Got to go.
It's not worth the risk. All right, who's next?
Jake Brown is 55 on the list.
Okay, that's interesting.
55, slot value is 1.7. I think Jake Brown will get $2 million. I think he'll sign, and he should. He'll get $2 million somewhere along the way. Someone will give him 2+, right? I think he'll sign. Do you agree? He's a junior. He's not coming back. He's not going to lose his draft leverage.
So, yeah, and he's a steal, by the way. So whoever drafts him is getting a major leaguer.
Yes.
He's a steal. If he falls to 55, I would be shocked. I think he's going to go higher than people think.
I agree. Someone is going to pay him over $2 million.
Yes, and he will not be back.
Devin Sheeran is the only other one on the list, and this is something I know a lot of LSU fans are going to look at that, and they're going to go, how is that possible? It's a thing we try to explain all the time, but the baseball draft is different than every other sport. Baseball is drafting prospects. You could speak to this better than I can, but they are looking for a skill set that is projectable. And you said it from the first game of the season, you thought Devin Sheeran was nasty.
Yeah, yeah.
So when you look at a prospect, why do you think Sheeran's a prospect?
Kind of crossfire motion, unconventional, weird delivery. He throws 1 billion miles an hour, and he's got a really good breaking ball. The reason why he's not a sub-1 ERA is because his misses are bad. He misses right down the middle of the plate, which can get better. But his stuff is really, really good, and he's weird. Like, his motion is weird.
So at 141, that's at the top of round 5. The slot value there is 526. So he'll get $500,000 probably, somewhere around there.
So if I'm a pitcher, I'm going. You know, I don't know if he's had surgery yet. A lot of these kids have.
We tore his knee before last season. So he had ACL surgery.
Yeah.
So he was supposed to pitch last year when he came in from Mount St. Mary's. What's that? No, not arm. And so then, so he was back this year and obviously through the season.
Yeah. I think he probably goes. Unless you can dangle the you're going to be a starter carrot if he wants to be a starter.
It's just hard to imagine that.
I agree. But I mean, look, you take him and you know, where's his value? How does he move up if he's a starter? I don't know. If he's my kid, I'm saying go, but if he has a chance to start, he could definitely move up. Just saying.
There are 13 LSU baseball signees in the top 200.
That's a lot.
And so, yes. So this comes down to the thing where if you're Jay Johnson and you're recruiting in this era, it's an interesting thing to balance. Like, you have these players that are great players that you have to recruit because there's a chance they show up on campus. And we can go through an endless amount of them, right? We could talk about Kate Aaron Beatty. We could talk about Cam Johnson, William Schmidt. Like, there's always examples of dudes, Alex Bregman, Dylan Cruz, who no one would ever think they show up on campus, but they show up on campus.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you're going to lose a bunch of them, too. I mean, how sick would it have been if Jacob Mizorowski was pitching in the same rotation as Paul Skeens at LSU? You know what I mean? A couple of dudes throwing 100. Ridiculous.
Unfair, yeah.
But you're going to lose guys. So there's 13 on this list. Logan Schmidt, the lefty, number 43. He's the highest. All the way down to Spencer Evans, who's a lefty, at number 194. Interesting, Malachi Washington. I've heard scouts rave about him. He's an outfielder out of the Atlanta area. He's at 111. You know, maybe that's a guy. I'm telling you, a year ago they would not have thought he was coming to campus. But if that's where he's settling in, I think that's the possibility. You know, a guy that might project as a 3rd, 4th round pick. You can get that guy on campus because he can come here and develop and be a 1st round pick.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one that might make sense. Colby Stringer's really interesting. He's at 120. That's the pitcher, the righty that they just got the commitment from out of Mississippi. Fascinating dude, like self-taught how to pitch on YouTube. We talked about him. Led the country in high school this year in strikeouts. Just he had been committed to JUCO because he just didn't do the whole travel ball showcase circuit. So he was just a JUCO commit. Southern Miss offered him. And Southern Miss didn't have enough budget to pay his tuition. So he was like, I'll just go to JUCO. My parents aren't paying for college. So he was just going to go to JUCO, and then LSU swooped in. And LSU and then Mississippi State, Ole Miss got in. And Jay went and saw him. Like, when they lost to the series to State, he went straight to he didn't ride back with the team. He went straight to go see Colby Stringer, got to commit that weekend. So Stringer was in Baton Rouge the weekend of the A&M game. That's a guy who you get him to campus, and I'm sure they will. It feels like they will. That could be a really interesting prospect who will contribute next year immediately. So, you know, I don't know. I'll get your thoughts on it. You know, from a recruiting perspective, how you manage recruiting top guys out of high school now.
Well, I think that, you know, if the first guy's at 41, and listen, this is just a list. Like,
yeah,
you know, there's plenty of guys that aren't on this list that are going to get drafted. Like, there's people that aren't on this list that are going to go in the 2nd and 3rd round probably. Like, some teams fall in love with certain guys, and just, you know, you may have 4 or 5 teams that are in love with Stephen Milam, for instance.
I was going to come to Milam after we did the high school thing.
Yeah, and they say they love him. And then the rest of the league, you know, 25 of them don't think he can play, you know. And so, you know, it's just – so let me say that first. But second, I'll say what's different in this list and some that I've seen in the past with LSU is you don't have those, like, top 10, top 15 guys. And
Theriot. Oh, you mean the high school
guys.
Sorry. Yep.
And so the interesting question I always ask is, can I improve, and where can I financially, and where can I go to best improve my money? Are they a draft eligible sophomore like Theriot? What does the NIL do to this? Is it an equal balance 1-for-1 dollar wise, or can you get maybe 25% less at college? However, you're going to develop and be there for 3 years, 4 years, whatever it may be, and be in a better spot. So the conversation is definitely a much deeper one. Jay does a great job of painting that picture of these kids. When I heard you say 13 are on the top list, I was like, oh crap, we're not going to get anybody. But this is actually encouraging because 41st, let's say he goes right there. What is that? Back into the first round. Okay, so you probably,
I'll tell you slot. It's 43.
43.
So slot value on 43 is 2.3.
Yeah. So you lose that guy because you're not going to give him 2.3. Well, you may.
No, you're not.
You may give him in 3 years. We're going to give you $700 a year for 3 years, $800 a year for you may work a deal like that where you can kind of we'll get to the number. You're going to go to rookie ball, then you're going to go to low A, then you're going to go to high A, but you could be at LSU and then you'll go straight to double A. So you start playing that game with these kids. Yeah. It's not a game. You're just working out that scenario rather.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's a good thought. It's a good discussion to have. It really is.
The draft is in July. I think it's July 11th. Looked at it. So, excuse me. So, draft is coming up in July, and we'll keep it at people. We're talking about Milam, and people say has Milam made a decision. I think the thing it's important. This isn't a thing where it's like you declare for the draft like in football or basketball. It's not like that in baseball. It's like teams are going to pick you, and then you make the decision. Are you signing or are you staying? That typically the call is made and the player agrees to the contract before they're picked. If they say no, then they just move on. So like you'll listen at the beginning of the draft and you'll see who makes it through the first 10 rounds, and that's going to be your answer. Because if someone is drafted in the first 10 rounds, they've agreed to a bonus pool of amount, and they're going to sign, they're gone. Because you use the bonus pool money in the top 10 rounds. So Milam is not in the top 200. That's the interesting one we're going to talk about, because when you look at the bonus pool money there, Rhino, the top two, this is where you get into Stephen Milam maybe like legitimately having a decision to make. The 200th pick, that's in round 7. The 200th pick is the Orioles. That's $311,000. So if you're going to tell me that Stephen Milam is going to go around 7 or later, which I don't know if that's the case, but he's not in MLB Pipeline's top 200 prospects. So if Milam's not in the top 200 prospects, and you're going to tell me he's going to fall in that round 7 to 10 range, well, now you have a real chance to get him back, because you can pay him. You can pay him whatever that bonus pool money is he's going to get from being around 7 pick or later, and he can come back to play at LSU another year, play his senior year, and not worry about whatever he signs for next year. And then he's going to start. They'll advance him to Double A to give him a shot to see if they can accelerate him.
Yeah.
It's just a question of, do you want to go be a pro? Do you want to run it back at LSU? My point is, you can make the money work.
You can make the money work. Yep. There's the argument with, seniors, juniors. And like Theriot is interesting, like a sophomore, and then from an age standpoint, like he's going to have a much longer extended look in the minor leagues than a senior signee would.
It's just, if Derek Theriot, if we were talking about a late first rounder, like a 30s pick, he's as a draft eligible sophomore. If he's a junior, it's different, like with Jake Brown. But if you're talking about for example, the Diamondbacks have picked 31. Slot value there is $3.1 million. It's a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
But if you could pay Derek Theriot $750,000 or $1 million to come back next year, I don't know if that's real. Okay, I don't know, but I would think you could probably go shake trees with enough LSU supporters to say, let's get a package together to make it work to get the guy back who could win the Golden Spikes. Mm-hmm. And then maybe, let's say he comes back and goes top 5 or top 10. Well, the Rockies have the 10th pick at 6.3. Now, all of a sudden, you're talking about coming back to school for another year to make money and then increase your draft by doubling your bonus from $3 to $6 million. Well, now all of a sudden...
And he still has leverage because he's a junior.
You have leverage, so you're net $4 million. That makes sense. Mm-hmm. But if you're telling me Theriot is going to be a top 15 pick, then he's going to make $5 million. There's no decision.
But again, that list, though, that's not the gospel.
I know.
Like that.
It's a launching point for the conversation.
It is. I mean, you're going to see way more high school kids that are going to hop into that list than you even, than anybody knows.
Yeah. We're brought to you by South Point Volkswagen, southpointvw.com. New certified pre-owned in Baton Rouge and online, southpointvw.com, southpointvw.com. I was talking to Mr. Kerry Manuel yesterday over at South Point. He's the certified pre-owned manager. He said they have been just on fire. They moved like 40 Volkswagens in the past few days. And because they're selling so many new vehicles, people come in and trade in their old vehicle. So they got a great selection of new Volkswagen inventory, but they also have a great selection of certified pre-owned inventory. Volkswagens in all different makes and models. So highly suggest if you're in the market for a vehicle, new or pre-owned, go to South Point Volkswagen. Airline just north of Highlander, southpointvw.com, southpointvw.com, South Point Volkswagen. What's your direction? Have you been following the Texas Tech spat?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay. That keeps advancing. We're going to talk about that when we come back. We are going to get to Ask Ryan in about a dozen minutes. So get your questions in. Email us, tweet us, text us. Lots of ways you can get involved in the show. Don't you move. It's AFR.
After further review.
Glow Resources, GLO, glowresources.com. You need to hire?
Yeah. I'd like to hire a few.
A few what?
Folks.
It doesn't matter.
Superstars.
Any business, any job, skilled blue-collar labor, professional placement division for any type of office job. Our friends over at Glow Resources, they can help you fill the jobs that you need to find the right people for. It doesn't matter where they are as well. It doesn't matter where your company is or where the work is. For example, I was just looking at their Facebook page. Here's one, entry-level maintenance technician in Gonzales.
Okay.
Here's another one, entry-level paver operator in Mandeville.
Okay. Yeah.
Accounts receivable clerk in Gonzales. There's the professional placement division looking for for an office job. A lattice boom crane operator in Full Shear, Texas.
I know one of those. No, I don't.
You need Glow Resources. GLO, glowresources.com.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. The Riot Radio Hour with Matt Moscona and Ryan Theriot, presented by the Spine Center of Louisiana.
Okay, we got to go quickly because I want to make sure we leave time for Ask Ryan. So earlier this week, Steve Sarkisian was at a booster event in Houston and said, quote, "There's a team in our state and another conference with a schedule that I would argue if I played with our 2s and 3s, we'd go undefeated. And they'll probably make the CFP this year." So Sark was obviously talking about Texas Tech, which made the playoff a year ago, despite a strength of schedule of 46th. Texas missed the playoff. They went 9-3 with a strength of schedule of 9. Texas played 5 teams in the top 10 a year ago. Texas Tech played a total of 3 ranked teams last year. 2 of them were BYU, and 1 was Utah, which was ranked when they played and then was finished as the worst team in the Big 12. So it's fair.
Yeah.
Texas Tech played a garbage schedule. It's just what I rail on all the time. The committee doesn't care who you play. It's just about your record. It's the lowest common denominator. So Sark was calling that out. Well, Joey McGuire at Big 12 spring meetings responded, that's the Texas Tech coach, by saying this.
I've actually talked to Keith Patterson and I've talked to G.J. Kinney, and they're willing to take our games, and Abilene Christian will go to Texas State. We'll buy our contract out of Abilene Christian. I'm sure, because Texas has got a lot of money, they can buy their contract out. But I do know there's a lot of Red Raiders that will help them buy that contract out if they don't want to, and they can come to Lubbock week 1, and, we can figure out if their 2s and 3s can win this conference. And I do know that Cody Campbell reached out to Stephen Jones, so they don't want to come to Lubbock, and we're going to work on trying to get AT&T week 1. So if they want to play week 1, then we're ready. We would love to play the University of Texas.
So, Joey McGuire, it's like, come on. Cody Campbell, the billionaire booster at Texas Tech, went on Twitter, said he'll up the ante. He'll buy out both Texas State and Abilene Christian. So he'll pay the buyout, not only for the Texas Tech contract, but also Texas's contract. They're like, you got nothing to worry about financially.
This is great.
We're going to play. Y'all can play in Lubbock. You don't play here. We'll go play in Arlington. Go do neutral site in Arlington.
They can do it?
No.
Come on, man. This is good TV right here. Like, this is good.
Which is exactly why I rail on college football's sacred regular season that everybody tries to pump, and you don't understand what's smacking you in the face. Would you rather watch? Let me ask you a question. Would you rather watch Texas Tech against Abilene Christian and Texas play Texas State, or watch Texas Tech at Jerry World?
This is like
what would you rather watch?
Well, of course, Texas Tech.
Of course.
Tech.
And why aren't you going to see that game?
Well, because they always play cupcakes the first. I don't know. Maybe that's how the schedule is.
There's no incentive to play it because week 2, Texas plays Ohio State. So Texas has a 9-game SEC schedule and Ohio State. That's 10 Power 4 games they're going to play. They are already, SEC teams are already at a disadvantage. The Big Ten plays 9 Big Ten games. They do not have a Power 4 mandate. So, for example, look at the Indiana Hoosiers, right? The defending national champs. Let's go look at their non-conference schedule. They're going to this year. Here's Indiana, defending national champ. Here's their non-conference schedule. You ready?
Yep.
North Texas, Howard, Western Kentucky. That's a team, by the way, that before last season started, canceled their future home and home with Virginia to replace them with Kennesaw State and Austin Peay. Tell me how that's good for college football. Yeah. Tell me about the sacred regular season of college football I call BS.
Let me tell you what I like. I got a wrestling feel right there.
Love it.
You remember how they go back and like that
promos.
I'm watching that game. The Texas Tech game, I don't care about Texas or Texas Tech. I could care less. But I promise you, if that game happened in Jerry World, Pawpaw's tuning in.
We, the fans, lose. Mm-hmm. It's the thing I've yelled about forever. We lose with college football schedule because of this type of garbage. You go schedule Abilene Christian because you can just take a Sharpie and scribble a W because the committee doesn't care if you play Abilene Christian or Texas Tech or Texas State or Texas. All they're looking at is wins and losses. That's it. Last year, Texas goes 9-3 with a loss in week 1 in the horseshoe. They missed the playoff. So where's the incentive to schedule that game? Where's the incentive to schedule? And the counter argument is, well, no, go win the game. Well, let's be realistic. You're playing on the road against a great team, and there's a chance you could lose it. So what you've done is say, you've disincentivized me from playing that game.
Well, also, and it's football, too, right? Like Abilene Christian and Texas Tech. You can rest your guys.
Right.
Your ones play maybe a quarter or two. The risk of injury goes down tremendously.
What Lane Kiffin's talked about.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Indiana's schedule. You talked about those non-conference games, and then look, Indiana was great last year. I thought they
were great.
They
were the best team in the country.
They were fun to watch, but they were also healthy. And you don't know what happens if they have to run through. You know this as well as I do, and everybody listening. You're one injury. Every one of these teams is one injury away to one player at the quarterback position from being mediocre on the good teams. You know, the guy stays upright. And he wins the Heisman, they win the championship. I don't know. It's true, man.
It's why an expanded playoff is a good thing. Because instead of scheduling crap games nobody wants to see and players opting out because they don't care about the Cheez-It Bowl or the Pop-Tart Bowl, you keep more teams engaged longer and you see more meaningful football games. You're playing to get in the playoff, or playing for a home game, or playing for a bye. It's not a hard concept. We do it in literally every other sport in the history of the world, except college football fans are too brain dead to think for themselves, and they just guzzle the Kool-Aid that's been funneled down their throat for a century of this garbage facade, this fraudulent postseason that's governed this sport by a bunch of dorks, fat dorks in ugly sport coats running these stupid bowl games forever. So ridiculous.
And then there could be a cage match with the two coaches afterward.
I would love to see
Watch that too.
That could be sponsored by Rouse's, the official supermarket of the Saints. Rouse's.com. Get you your weekly ad there. Learn how you can save money. Go grocery shopping on a budget. You better know what's on sale. I tell you what you do. Just go look for all the Rouse's branded products.
That's what I do there. Mm-hmm.
I love how they will go find something, a Rouse's branded product, and look at the label and see how many ingredients they source from Louisiana. They go to great lengths to source everything they can on their Rouse's branded products with Louisiana ingredients. They're great, man. I love Rouse's. Rouse's.com. Rouse's. This feels like home. Okay, let's knock out our final break. We'll come back. We'll do Ask Ryan. So get your questions in. Email us, tweet us, text us, 225-396-4400, 396-4400, 396-4400. Missouri State's beating Arkansas. 2-0. Idiots.
May madness.
I know. It's AFR.
AFR.
Get Gordon. Get it done. Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. You've been injured in an accident. It's not your fault. Do what injured people in our state have done for 3 decades. Get Gordon and get it done. And get Gordon's gas cards right now. How about that? Right now.
He's giving away gas?
Gordon's giving away 10 $250 gas cards. Look, I mean, let's be real, bro. Cost of gas going up right now.
Yeah, bro.
We're out in Arizona. It was like almost $7 a gallon. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, I love it.
Why do you love that?
I just think it's hilarious how the prices are like. So California, it's like 12.
That's ridiculous.
Bunch of idiots.
Anyway, so Gordon's helping you with gas. They're giving away 10 $250 gas cards. You go to getgordon.com to learn more how you can enter. Getgordon.com, getgordon.com, or gordongives.com. So many different ways that you can get involved over with Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. They love to help. So you know what to do. Get Gordon and get it done.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. The Riot Radio Hour with Matt Moscona and Ryan Theriot, presented by the Spine Center of Louisiana.
Down the stretch we come. Final segment here on a Friday edition of AFR, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar in Town Center. As we wrap up, get to a little Ask Ryan. Get your questions in. Email us, tweet us, text us, 225-396-4400, 396-4400, 396-4400. Ask Ryan. If you're cleaning out a vacuum, does that make you the vacuum cleaner?
Yes.
I didn't like that one.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't like that.
No. Jason said, hey, Matt Parrish came out to look at our roof in Church Point today. Said my mother-in-law gave you all the job.
Nice.
She also had Parrish come and look at our snowball stand in Scott, which is 20 minutes away.
Can't have water in there.
One of the oldest houses in Scott. The guy looked at the roof, swept off the roof for free. Total professional start to finish. Waiting to see what she wants to do with the roof. Thanks you much, and Ryan, for taking care of my mother-in-law.
Awesome, man. Yeah.
Who went out there to Scott today?
Yeah, I don't know, but I appreciate the calls and the kind words.
Shout out, Jason. Appreciate that. Greg Alamo, ask Ryan, probably Jay Johnson's worst season as a coach in college baseball. I'm thinking he's going to do everything possible to make sure this never happens again. What say you?
Yeah, it's probably a fair statement.
I think he's just going to be lazy this offseason, not do anything, just run it
Yeah,
back.
I mean, yeah. You know what, guys? Tough year. Let's just see what happens.
Run it back.
Let's do it again. Yeah. No, I mean, that's a statement of the obvious for sure.
Eric asked Ryan, favorite city to play in as a pro? That's a good question.
Man, I love
Was
playing.
it a city or a ballpark?
It was always the ballpark for me. The city, we really didn't have time to go enjoy the city. That never really happened. I loved playing in Arizona for a lot of reasons, but my favorite was Milwaukee. Their stadium, you could just see the ball really, really good in there. For some reason, their pitchers weren't great. But I had a lot of success there. I mean, generally, it's where you play well.
Yeah.
You enjoy going there.
Get some more of your questions. Remember, Arco Power Systems. Love reminding you about arco.com, ARCCO, arco.com. Industrial Generac generator power. Do we have a generator at the parish office?
We don't. We're supposed to. I know we're supposed to have one. We were supposed to get one.
I mean, like, what happens if, storm season's almost here.
It's over.
We got to be ready to roll.
I know. We don't have.
Bro, what do like for real?
You call
what
your
do
guys.
we do?
We need to get one. Let's make that happen.
Yeah.
It's your buddies. Come on.
Arco.com, arco.com, ARCCO, arco.com. Dude, we're dropping the ball.
We are.
Dude, if a storm comes, that's our biz.
It's the World Series. Yeah, we got to go. We need one bad. You're right. Okay, I'm on it. I got it.
Arco.com.
I got it.
Arco.com. May Madness. Muse Pauly, thanks y'all. Have an awesome night. We'll see you Monday at 3.
AFR.
Had a great lunch earlier this week. My buddy Ben over at First South Farm Credit. I went to coach at downtown. Good spot.
Mm-hmm.
I love talking about First South Farm Credit because they've been around for more than 100 years. And when you do, and they do one thing, it's not like they've had to diversify the portfolio. You do one thing. They help Louisianians buy land. That's what they do. That's what they've done since 1916. And now look, they've been through a lot, right? And a lot in the business has changed. Like the last 30 years, they've offered the patronage refund, which we tell you about all the time. But if it's your recreational property, that hunting property, if it's 50 acres to build your family's dream home, if you're thinking of buying land, your first call should be to First South Farm Credit. So log on to the website at firstsouthfarmcredit.com. That's firstsouthfarmcredit.com. firstsouthfarmcredit.com.